I thought that I should fire back, not in anger, not with malice, but with a certain amount of moral indignation. Because I think it is the
Campaign tried to clean up a sizable Memorial Day gaffe about his family's role in liberating a notorious Nazi concentration camp.
I had a uncle who was one of the, who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz and liberate the concentration camps. And the story in our family is that when he came home, he just went up into the attic, and he didn't leave the house for 6 months.
Obama's point dealt with the need for more mental health services for today's veterans, but it was built on false history, both about his family and World War II. First, Obama didn't have an uncle who served in the U.S. Army. Second, Russian forces liberated the Auschwitz concentration camp in Poland in January of 1945. There is no record of U.S. forces entering Auschwitz because it remained in Russian hands as part of Russian-occupied Poland after the war. Barack Obama's dubious claim is inconsistent with world history and demands an explanation, the Republican National Committee said in a statement. Obama's frequent exaggerations and outright distortions raise questions about his judgment and his readiness to lead as commander-in-chief.
Wrap it up. So Jussie Smollett, I'm tell you why he did it. He really thought he was going to get the support like Tupac. He would be this beloved figure, which is why he called himself the gay Tupac after reading off cue cards about the alleged event that didn't happen. Well, the way he said it happened. You know, this MAGA country, boo, crap. The man thought after this, his music career was gonna really take off. Because see, his music ain't no little regular old music. His music is political music. And if you look at his video, now I feel bad for you if you do. This stuff is trash. Listen to the songs, trash. But if you look at them, you'll see a video where there's an actual noose in the video. This is before he made this claim of having the rope around his neck and leaving it on for 40 minutes. This was before all that. So there's already that bullcrap, that little story that he's painting for you. And in that same song, he talking about, oh, and they want to build a wall, singing all ugly. But see, he understands that, hey, all you got to do is say you don't support Trump, and then you're going to get all the support from across the board. The media is going to support you. And understand when I say the media is going to support you, that's not to say, oh, Donald Trump must be against the system because the media coming after him. Nah. That's not how it works these days, Joker. You see, he plays a role pretending to be anti-establishment right now, but Joker is still a puppet. He still got somebody's hand in his butt, just like Obama had. So we had somebody
who was one of the, who was part of the first American troops to go into Auschwitz.
In another segment, the creators of The Last Days convince us that a white American, a black American, and even a Japanese American played an equal part in the liberation of Dachau. The only problem is that the Japanese American didn't liberate the main camp, and the African American was almost 300 miles away from Dachau when it was liberated.
We thought it was a military camp, a German military camp, that we were going in to take, and therefore we were going to capture the people who were inside of it. People were weak. Weak, it probably isn't even the right term, but they were emaciated. Some of the people looked like they were very old who weren't old.
They were walking dead, is what we call skeletons.
A few came out first, then more came out, and they kept coming toward us because it was almost as if they realized, and I guess they did, they realized that we were different.